So I've been out here cooking for a little bit, and I've been trying to talk to the camera. I thought I was recording, but all I did was take a picture. So what I'm doing now is, since it seems our lake trip has been postponed, I've decided to make an egg salad, or maybe a tuna salad. I'm not sure yet. In any case, I was actually talking about my knives. The reason why I'm cutting onions with a serrated knife is because all of my other knives are dull, and since I do not have a whetstone, there's no way for me to correct those knives, especially considering what people do here in the Philippines is they like to cut their ice because they don't have like ice trays or anything like that. At least they don't use them very often. Instead, people get like these little bags and they fill them full of ice, full of water. And so they take their biggest knives, their nicest knives, and they fucking slice the ice. And I know this used to be a certain thing in the past in different countries, but here in the Philippines, there's still people who walk around with their carts that are knife sharpeners, and they'll sharpen your knife. I'm a big fan of like the little street vendors, though. There's this, especially how they announce what they've got, so you don't have to go out and check. They walk down the neighborhoods and then they shout something like "Balot," and you can go out and just pick it up if that's what you're into. But for balot, not such a big fan. In case you are not informed, balot is a chicken egg, but it's been fertilized, so the chick is near complete development when you bite into it. There's still yolky goodness, I guess, and the bones are crunchy. But so you could eat the whole thing if you wanted to, but it never really stuck well with me. I think it's usually not like a texture thing or anything. It's just because it's very difficult for me to think of a food that I dislike. And even though I've had balot on multiple occasions, it just tastes like an egg, really. And I mean, I guess I could understand why people would eat it. It's a good source of protein. Everyone eats them here. But in terms of street food, not necessarily my favorite. My favorite street food, I think, is probably mami, which is just basically a super cheap ramen soup almost. They use some kind of broth, and they put like either pieces of pork or either ground or like pieces of pork, and and noodles, just ramen noodles, and a few vegetables, specifically like onion, and that's basically it. And super cheap. You can get like a bowl for it for less than $1, and it's pretty good, especially when you've been out for some time during the night and you want something to eat. But I feel like a lot of the marinated meats that they have here in the Philippines, they're tasty, don't get me wrong, they're super tasty, but the fact that they marinate them so heavily with a lot of soy sauce makes them really, really salty. So for that reason, I oftentimes would prefer just some warm soup, even if it's very hot outside, which even in the afternoon or even at nighttime, it usually is. But maybe I'll make a video about trying some different Filipino street food that I have and haven't tried before.